Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, "What's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me?" Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. I was on a call with a client the other day talking about sleep issues, something we do, and he said, my biggest issue is sleep. But I hear you talking about that Helix Sleep on your podcast. To be honest with me, do you think it will help me? I get he's saying be honest, right? But Helix is my sponsor. But yes, I sleep on their mattress. And while it may not be obvious, I said I sleep on their mattress. I didn't sleep on the old one that I had. I said, buy Helix. Give it a try. They have a 120-night sleep trial and limited lifetime warranty. You have nothing to lose. Remember those days you used to go to the mattress store and buy from the mattress guy and hope and pray that it worked? And I mean, the pain was real. If you didn't get it right, your bank account and your back hurt for the next 10 years. We don't do that anymore. Look, Helix has a website. Check it out. They'll tell you everything that I can't tell you right now. I know because I went there to get my Helix mattress. They've got their warranty. Helix delivers your mattress right to your door with free shipping in the U.S. And before you know it, you're snoring, sleeping like a baby, not a husband. Listen, this is my second Helix mattress. I won't tell you what brand I got rid of because I got another Helix. You're going to like it. Go to helixsleep.com/dailyboost for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, 30% off Elite mattresses. That's helixsleep.com/dailyboost for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, 30% off Elite mattresses. helixsleep.com/dailyboost.
Never give up. Fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss. Fighting till the end, no matter what the cost. Yeah. Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
Happy Monday. Come on in. Today we're going to stand up, we're going to take a step, we're going to repeat. And when I say that, the world's simplest success recipe, which we'll talk about later on during the week as well. People say to me, Scott, I know I have to stand up. I get it. I got to get my bootay in gear. I got to keep moving. I got to do it. But how long do I have to repeat, man? I mean, really, come on. How long do I have to keep going through all the stuff I got to keep going through? I said, well, you got to keep going through all the stuff you got to keep going through until you get the stuff you want, right? And why would you stop before you got there anyway? Because somebody said, you can't do it. So you're so tired. Somebody said, what are you doing? I don't believe in you. You're crying wolf again, and you're not going out. Why would you stop until you got what you want? If you said you wanted it, you're the boss of you. You got to go after it. So if you buy into stand up, take a step, repeat philosophy, that's what you do. Today, we're talking characteristics of success. Mentors. Do you have one? Do you deserve one? Will they work with you? We'll talk about that today. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. The positive boost you need every single day. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we meander all over the place, but the bottom line is this. You show up every single day. I'm going to give you a positive boost as positively as... Now, it may not be positive for you. You might not see it that way. You might get mad at me. But I learned a long time ago that sometimes purely positive motivational talk is fantastic. We all need it. But some of the best motivation I've ever had in my life was when somebody spoke me the truth to me. When somebody had the come to Jesus conversation with me. And somebody kicked me in the butt. When what I thought was going my way didn't go my way, and I didn't like it, but it happened anyway. So this show's kind of like that. It's kind of a boost where we stay positive, upbeat, no matter what happens. And sometimes, yes, I'm going to stumble right into it and maybe make you a little bit mad, maybe make you angry. But later on in the day, what's going to happen? You're going to be thinking about what I said. You still might be mad at me. You might write me a note saying, Scott, I'm mad at you, man. I don't like what you said. You're wrong. I'm not wrong. Your ears are hearing it wrong. But on one side of you is going to be little Scott going, come on, you can do it. And you're going to be like, "Grr." And the other side, little Scott's going to be saying, well, you can do what you want to do. I don't really care. I can do anything. I'm going to be talking to your ears today. We're going to start a conversation inside your head that's going to change your life. How's that? How are you? Did I say who I was? My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Happy to have you here today. If you want to kind of hang out with me, get to know me a little bit, go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. And if you would like my perfect week planner, we pulled it down the other day. I looked at it and I said, I got to make some changes. And we're making them right now. But go ahead and get the one that's there right now. Just go to perfectweekplanner.com and get it. Get the new one out here in a couple of weeks. That's a promise. Every Monday, I ask a simple question, and you probably don't answer it. I bet you don't. Bet you take you 5 years before you answer this one. One day you'll say, Scott, doing this podcast. I don't know, his name is Scott or something like that. He keeps asking this stupid question. Have you done your homework? How's my life going? And I never do it. But I've been beating my head against the wall for 5 years. Maybe I should do it. And you sit back and you go, okay, how's my life going? And suddenly it's like your subconscious goes, oh, it's about time you pay attention to me. Because this is not good. That's great. This is in the middle. What are you doing? Pay attention. If you will sit down at the end of this podcast today, I'll make you a promise. If you'll sit down and say, how's my life going? Then just lean back and receive. Brother, you can receive. Bring it all in. Come on, feel it as it surges into you. It scare you to death and excite you all at the same time. That's all you got to do. Don't have to write a thing down. Don't have to do anything else beyond that. 30 seconds. Opening your mind, opening yourself to yourself. You change your life. So do your homework. Let's talk about success today. Characteristics of success. We love that word, don't we? Success. So fun to say, too. Success. What does it mean? To me, success is breathing, getting out of bed in the morning. What do you think about that, actually? To me, success is doing what I love to do, the way I like to do it. That's kind of it. I really thought about that from a basic career standpoint, I guess. Winning, being number one, all that kind of stuff, that's to me, that doesn't matter. What matters is I'm doing things, doing what I want to do. What is success to you? Do you have a mentor, by the way, that can help you find that success? Could you find a mentor? Would a mentor work with you? Have you had a mentor? I've had many in my life. I'm a very lucky man. I can think of two right now. I just thought of the two good ones, and then there's like 15 of the ones that really kicked my butt. But I'm a good learner. Every mentor I've ever had has had their way of validating whether I would work with them or not. In other words, I had a few qualifications. Would you pass their test? The other day, I'm on the Zoom thing with a client of mine, Face Your Passion client, having a private coaching call, and it was a great call. I mean, I was very intuitive. I'm real. If you work with me, I'm going to be honest with you. I think you know that listening to me right now. I'm not going to buffalo you or snooker you, as they say in the old days. I'm not going to do that. If I hear something that's not quite the way it ought to be or a different way of thinking comes in my mind, I'm going to say it to you. No life coaching kind of stuff. Oh, well, here's what I hear. No, I don't do that. I just tell you. Some people can't take the truth. I just give it to you. And it was a great call, really positive call, really nice conversation. Went like 3 times as long as expected it to go. And the next day, she shows up on my Slack channel that she's in, and we communicate back and forth on our Slack channels all day long. Not talking to me. She was talking to the people on the Slack, and she said, I know I'm on the right track with my coach. I've chose the right person when I feel uncomfortable, pushing me out of my comfort zone. Yeah, she's going to get everything she wants in life because you're willing to go through that uncomfortable feeling. So would you pass the test of getting a mentor? So if you want to work with a mentor, it doesn't matter. They're out there all over the place, but mentors are busy. They're successful. They know they know the path. They have the ideas and the tools and the tips and the tricks and the strategies that you need. They got it. Why won't they help me? Well, they will help you, but they're busy. They got stuff going on. Do you have a burning desire to achieve your goal? Let me ask you a question. If you were to ask somebody for your help, their help, and they agreed to help you, and all they asked was that you use the information to go out and do what you want to do, do you think they'd ever talk to you again if you didn't do it? I know I wouldn't. Why? Obviously, it wasn't valuable. Obviously, it didn't matter. So when you choose a mentor, make sure that you have a burning desire to achieve your goal. You make it worth their time because they don't have much time. Make sure it's worth their time. Very simple way of thinking, isn't it? Number 2, are you open to learning and ready to embrace the wisdom and guidance from a diverse range of voices? Now, I think most of what you learn these days, you have to learn a lot of stuff, just kind of become that polymath, if you will, a lot of different things you have to have in your head. But for the most part, most of that stuff doesn't matter. It's going to come down to just a few things that work in your life. But still, you have to be open to embrace the wisdom. Then you have to process all that. Because, see, what happens is you're gathering knowledge, but the more knowledge you gather, the more wisdom you gain. Your number one goal in life should be to build wisdom. That's what you should be doing, not to get information, not to do what the Stoics do, or not what everybody else does and get information overload. You want to be very stoic about it. You want to get adequate information. Why? Because adequate information that's applicable to your life and those around you becomes wisdom eventually, and life gets easier. Wisdom is like a shortcut. Wisdom is like one little thought that contains a million thoughts within it. If you're 18 years old, you got a million thoughts driving you insane. If you're 60 years old, you don't have a million thoughts anymore. You're down to far fewer, but are they robust. So are you open to learning and packing it into wisdom and gaining wisdom? Are you open to becoming as wise as everybody around you? Are you? Number 3, are you willing to undertake all the actions required to achieve the success you say that you want? Boss of you, you're the one that contacted the mentor. You're the one that asked to come in and get some help. You're the one that laid out your dreams and goals, your ambitions and your desires. You're the one that did that. Your mentor said, great, good idea. I'll show you how. Let's go. Here's what you do. Wait a second, man. I know what you said, but do I really have to do that? A long time ago, I was in the network marketing game, and everybody would come to me and I'd say, how much money do you want to make? And they all said $120,000 a year, $10,000 a month. They all said that when they came in the door. It's like, cool, that's a good amount of money. Wouldn't that be great? Here's what you do. I want you calling 10 people every single day. You call 10 people every single day, you make $1 million a year. If you're in network marketing, you know that to be true. It was a big old test because, see, what would happen is they would tell me what they wanted. I'd give them the action. The action was to make 10 calls a day. And they'd come back the next week because I put some time aside for them because they asked for my help. And I'll say, how many calls did you make? You should be at like 70 calls just working Monday through Friday. Well, didn't quite get to it. I mean, and plus, if people are busy and I was busy, I just couldn't. So, well, you got to make 10 calls a day. When you get those 10 calls, give me a call. We'll continue. Most would not do it. Most would not undertake the action required. And most wouldn't even come up with an alternative to that. I'm not saying you have to do exactly what I say, but I am saying you got to do something to go after your success. It is, after all, your success, right? Are you willing to do that? You'd be surprised how many people are not. Do you have a burning desire to achieve your goal? That's a requirement for any mentor you want to have. You got to have that. Are you open to learning to embrace that wisdom and eventually build the wisdom yourself? Are you open to doing that? Think a little bit differently. Yes, get out of the box. I don't like to be in a box. I'd rather stand on top of the box. Are you willing to undertake all the actions to achieve your success that are required? That's a personal commitment. Are you willing to do it? Walk your talk. Talk your walk. That is a great life. Find yourself a mentor and then do exactly what they say and watch what happens. Tomorrow, happier you. I think the number one goal in life is to be happy. We'll talk about being happy tomorrow on the Daily Boost.
Keep moving, gotta get back up, what?